Isaiah Thomas may not be headed to the Cavaliers in that deal that would bring back Kyrie Irving in return. It was a blockbuster agreed to just a couple days ago. However, Thomas's hip injury, which forced him to miss Boston's final 3 playoff games, has complicated a Cavs physical. So for more, let's bring in the man who's been on this story all summer. Adrian Wojnarowski joins us now. And Woj, where do things stand right now?
Doug, Cleveland is evaluating the physical that Isaiah Thomas took with their doctors on Friday in Cleveland. They're going through trying to get a sense of when they think he could potentially be available to them this season, and start evaluating how they want to proceed in this trade talks. One possibility for the Cavaliers is that they will re-engage the Celtics and go to Boston about putting more in this deal to ultimately finalize it. But those conversations are still ongoing within the Cavaliers. And so this trade is not finalized yet and may not be here for at least the near future.
All right, so that's something I want to expand on, because it's not like the Cavs are completely caught off guard. They knew about this injury. In fact, they were the ones facing the Celtics at the end of their postseason run. So they knew about the hip injury. So I guess it's to the extent of it now, to your point, the timeline of his potential return. But you touched on one scenario in terms of reassessing the trade package. But what's another? Could we see this trade falling through altogether?
Doug, that would be the last resort. These are two teams who want to find a way to complete this deal for lots of reasons. It certainly fulfilled the needs of both teams. And so before that happens, listen, the two scenarios before that is either Cleveland just signs off on the deal as it is, passes Thomas's physical and moves on, or they get into a conversation here about adding to the deal, whether that's a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a young player on the Celtics roster, and then you'll have to see how Boston would potentially respond to that request. But they're not there yet, and Cleveland is still going through all of their options in this scenario.
Well, there was already a pick, obviously Brooklyn's unprotected first-round pick next year, but the Celtics have tons of assets, as we very know Danny Ainge has collected over the years, so we'll continue to keep tabs on this. Adrian Wojnarowski with the very latest surrounding this fly in the ointment, for lack of a better word.